So there's this movie that I saw a recap of many years ago. At this point, it was one of those times where you end up in the weird space of YouTube, and you end up watching things that normally you would never even look for. And I don't know exactly what the movie did because it resonated with me and it kind of stuck with me. And lately, I've been thinking about this movie quite a bit too. Maybe you know the name of the movie, but it goes something like this: There's a guy who falls in love with this girl when they were young, and this is somewhere in India. I don't remember exactly where, but he is like low caste, right? He doesn't have a whole lot of family with means, and he's also poor, so he doesn't have a way to go up, I guess, in society. And he falls in love with this girl who I believe was better off, financially, socially, and whatnot. And they end up getting together, and she ends up getting chastised because she chose him as a husband. But then something happens. She gets sick, and he tries to get her to the hospital, and she dies along the way. Now, the village where they lived had no good path to the city, so he blamed the mountain because if he could have just crossed the mountain, then he would have made it, and his wife would have survived. And of course, he loved her deeply. So he ends up vowing that he's gonna take down the mountain, right? So he starts to with a with tools, with a shovel and a hammer and whatnot, to take down the mountain. And everybody in the village is making fun of him because it's kind of stupid. So everybody's saying, "That's crazy. You're not going to be able to do it." Now, fast forward to many years later. I think like 40 years went by or something crazy like that. And all of a sudden, he actually has managed to remove a a lot of the mountain, to the point where people look at it and go like, "Oh, that's crazy. It's doable." And then everybody just gets motivated and inspired, and they finish it, and they make a direct path from that village to the city, so these type of situations will never happen again. And I'm remembering this story now because I think something similar. There's some psychological element there that I'm trying to identify, and maybe somebody can help me do. But something similar happens also with all the projects that we have in life. As you guys know, I've been really working hard on Hive and working on not one app but a bunch of them, and contributing where I can. And all along, there's been situations that people have looked at and they've said that's a lost cause. I'm not going to point fingers, but when I first started helping Three Speak, a witness, somebody who is of note, said to me that they never been able to use it and it's a lost cause and I'm wasting my time, and it's basically pointless. And I'm not going to sit here and say that things are great. Obviously not. If that's why I wanted to help. But I will say that there was one guy, in this case was Eddie, uh, trying to keep it together. He was maybe like that guy trying to take down the mountain, trying to make things work with what he had. And it's almost like people didn't find motivation, inspiration, or a good reason to help, almost as if they wouldn't benefit as well. Because just like in the story of the movie that I told you I saw a recap of, once the road is built, everybody wins, not just the guy that was taking down the mountain. So where am I going with this? I well, first of all, I want to say that I'm extremely excited and grateful and inspired that so many people are reaching out to Eddie, to me, and they are telling us, they want to join what we're doing with Mantequilla, and they want to build new things and improve the things that we have and do something great. I find it beautiful. That's the word I'm gonna say, because it's almost like there's a shift in the psychology happening again, just like in the story, that I don't really know what triggered it, where things now seem possible. The improvement of things seems doable, seems like it's just right there. Well, as before, maybe it looked like an impossible, stupid task. But, and with this, I'll close because I don't want this vlog to be too long. I still don't know what did it. I still don't know what makes people coalesce, what makes people feel that fire in their belly to go like, yes, I get it, I want in. Maybe one day I'll get it. Maybe one day somebody will give me the nugget of wisdom I need to finally close that chapter and understand it. But because for a lot of people, and I think I'm one of them, the advantage is clear. It has been clear. But for some others, and it just wasn't. Anyways, that's it for me. If you know the name of that movie, you know the name of that story, or if you have any idea of what it is that I'm talking about, the phenomena, I'm interested to learn. That's it.